Hi friends, this is Kalpun Piso, November 1st, 2012. I'm going to express thoughts emanating with my brain. Since I am an evolved, mutated primate, product of the collision of a sperm and egg, which created my brain after 9 months, emerging, lacking knowledge from a cave. Then, if I navigate the earth, acquiring information, and I believe cannot tell the difference between the fantasy of religious psychosis, the delusions of nonsense and crap of the Middle Ages, and the down-to-earth reality proven by science and experimentation. If I believe in fairy tales and the bizarre mythological beliefs contained in all religions, faith, and all neurological disorders like schizophrenia and epilepsy, then I have a problem. See, then I cannot navigate the earth correctly. I'm a crazy person. Like all people that believe in God and all the Christians and Muslims and Jews and Hindus and everybody that is a person of faith is actually a person of schizophrenia. This is the greatest problem in the United States of America that nobody seems to see, including mentally healthy atheists and scientists that are like this and are clueless to the facts that they were created by coitus and there is no God. God is produced as a fantasy. Delusions produces my brain. When the brain is affected by drugs, trauma, lack of oxygen, temperature, it has genetic defects and neural deficits. You wanted to understand this better? Let me hit you over the head. And if you still can reason correctly, then I'm a fool, I'm wrong. Want to try it? Operate your brain. A lobotomy will cure ZombieGod Belief. In other words, that's what Christianity is known for. So, there is a person that wants to be president that is ChristPsychosis infected. Mitt Romney. Why Americans are so ignorant and dumb? Because the majority of Americans are infected by ChristPsychosis, which is what you see in churches every Sunday, and you see all the places of worship, the many denominations of these Christian lunatics that believe this is 6,000 years old, there's demonic possession, and zombies saved with blood, and they study the Mormon religion, please, the Mormon psychosis. These people, these ignorant people, the looters stuck in the Middle Ages with defective brains, believe in Prophet Moroni, magic stones, and planet Kolop and all that. That's what Romney believes. And you want this lunatic to be president of the country? He lies constantly. He cannot tell the truth because his mind waggles because of his schizophrenia, his ChristPsychosis. So the man is not well. People of America, did you want a schizophrenic imbecile like Romney to be, and the rest of the GOP and Tea Party imbeciles, Christ-psychotic morons, stuck in the Middle Ages, running the country? Well, they do. Some of them do today. Don't you notice? We had Bush and many other presidents. Keep that in mind. So here we go with the facts.
I have some missionaries from my church in here. I have about 40 people helping us just clear.
Missionaries are despicable.
My son's foot down there. That was
Despicable missionaries from a church. These are theotarded, stuck in the Middle Ages imbeciles. These people, these kids, their brains have been corrupted by their parents and by ChristPsychosis in churches. They don't understand any science. And this is the problem. Something like that. And these are going to be the future senators, the future congressmen, your future doctors. your future lawyers. Deluded, schizophrenic, mentally disturbed imbeciles that believe in gods and spirits and crap like that from the Middle Ages. That believe the Bible is real. That's your problem. So this lady, she lost her house and she lost her kids. Sweetheart, enjoy it. Because that's what God wanted. And all your family and your possessions are gone to heaven. Along with your family. They are in eternity to see zombie Jesus over there. So why don't you just go and take some cyanide and actually join them? Be a true Christian. Be true to your faith, imbecile. See, these people are stuck in the Middle Ages. There's a reason to have churches around. They keep people retarded. They should have science schools instead of churches. This is global warming caused by us humans. The Christian imbeciles don't understand it. Romney is a psychotic imbecile that believe in all that God crap.
Been around there?
The window, we would not have known until the water started to come up.
Your Congressman Michael Grimm has described Staten Island right now, in his words, as a mini Katrina. Is that your sense as well?
Oh, yes. A mini Katrina. Who was that brilliant man, President of the United States, when Katrina was around? And also when 9/11 happened? A buffoon. From a wealthy family, ChristPsychosis infected ignoramus. That imbecile, if it was poor, he never would have reached the state that he reached. He went to universities. He didn't even go to Vietnam, the asshole. And he got elected president. Appointed by the ChristPsychosis infected Supreme Court. Because he lost the popular vote. See what happened? There was a big fight between Gore and him. And Gore, a very intellectual person. What happened those 8 years of piece of shit Bush never would have occurred if Gore had elected him. Mentally healthy, in other words, an atheist at the helm of the country. We cannot have those GOP deluded, ignorant, ZombieGod believers or Mormon believers and crap like that in position of power. They belong in mental institutions getting their brains fixed. And this is the problem that we're having. Now we have this stuff. This imbecile Romney doesn't like FEMA, like the piece of shit, his running mate Ryan, that loves to kill deer and animals. He has enjoyment killing things. The piece of shit lunatic. The Christian, the disgusting, theocratic imbecile with a defective brain, the psychopath. It's insanity waiting for a place to, because he believes in zombies and say with blood. Jesus Christ. So he kills deer. That's right. And the other moron believes in prophets and tablets and crap like that from the 1830s. This is the problem. No FEMA. Less government. Those assholes don't realize that the reason we need government is to control things and to help people when they're in need. But he wants to get rid of the Department of Education, that imbecile. So if you have a bunch of moronic, zombie-believing little kids, it's going to be idiocracy. Have you seen the movie Idiocracy? Go see it. That's what's going to happen to America. We keep electing, if they're elected pieces of shit, Christians in position of power. These mental cases belong in mental institutions. All the churches will be shut down completely, not allowed to pervert and corrupt the brain of children with lies, falsehoods, anti-science, Bible crap, Middle Ages nonsense, superstitions, gullible imbecilities, and psychosis and stupidity, just like these schizophrenics have. But religion is legal, right? Christianity is a legality to be insane and crazy and despicable psychopath. That's a fact. And you know why believing in resurrecting zombies and angel demons and demonic possessions and the rest of the psychotic fantasies, lunacies, of Christians and all people of faith is not seen for the mental disorder that it is, no different than schizophrenia. You know why? Christianity infected America thanks to the DSM-4. The book created in 1840s by ChristPsychotic infected government of the United States to deal with medical situations, mental disorders and things like that. They were not known because Freud hadn't been around yet. This is in 1840s. 1840s, remember that. And the DSM-4 is a diagnostic, a statistical manual of neurological disorders. I mean, mental disorders. See? And these ignorant pieces of shit Christians that control the whole government and everything, they are racist, homophobic, intolerant, anti-Jewish, anti-everything, imbeciles, imposing their garbage diluted with a piece of shit missionaries going to places that don't belong. I detest them. I think that the most disgusting thing is a piece of shit that is a missionary. They go to a different country from America to try to convert people to their stupid, ridiculous mental illness of Christian belief. See? Like Romney did in France. Piece of shit Mormons, yeah. Morons. Deluded people that belong in sanatoriums. But see, that's the reason, the DSM-4. And they separate people that believe in imaginary friends and alien implants in the brain, that they have to worry about the TV and all that aliens are going to be there in their brain to put the brain implants. Oh, that's a schizophrenia. But if a person goes over there, follows their knees and believes in Jesus, and oh, Jesus, help me, and you pray and go to church and kneel and all that, and pray and read the Bible and talk to the spirits of the Lord, that's a perfectly normal person. No, crazy is as crazy does and acts and thinks. A defective brain is a defective brain. We're in the 21st century, not the 10th. So wake up, America. Wake up. Demand the news agency and all the scientists, the blindless atheist scientists, demand a mental health examination of anybody that is running for office or want to be in any profession. They even want to fly you across the ocean in a plane. They want to be a captain on a ship. They want to be a dentist. So anybody that wants a license and that wants to run for, demand a medical examination and brains, and demand a diploma. People that want to run for offices like the stupid idiots there with them. They rank down Obama because he's a summa cum laude. He's a brilliant man. But see, there's racism for you. ChristPsychosis. Nobody sees it. But demand the mental examination from all the imbeciles that want to run for president. You believe in resurrecting zombies and say with blood and God bless America, all that crap like that? You are not fit to hold office. You are no different than a schizophrenic or a temporal lobe epileptic have problems with your brain. Let's tell it like it is, people. Come on, it's about time. Somebody tells it like it is. To the asylum with the nuts. Wake up, America!
Outrageous claims about the cost of a trip President Obama was taking to India. There's $200 million a day. It wasn't true. And it turned out the source of her unsubstantiated claim was an Indian news report that quoted an anonymous Indian source, allegedly an Indian government provincial official. Now, do you even know how much the President of the United States trip cost? Doesn't make sense. One of the 4 other congressmen called Muslim infiltration in the U.S. government is Louis Gohmert from Texas. Now, this is not the...
The filtards in office, in Congress, in the United States, got in the country, the imbeciles, ChristPsychotic infected imbeciles. Well, you know who another they love and they imitate? This paragon of morality and ChristPsychosis infection of the incredible kind. It happened in 1939 in Christianity infected Europe. They love this man. And this man was deeply devout Christian. But he combined, he wanted to have the government with religion to be one, like in the old Roman Empire, like it used to be before, a long time ago. So you have Lutherans, and you have Catholics, and you have the Roman pagan religion of 2,000 years ago during the Roman Empire. And this brilliant man that was elected by the people, pious, he didn't smoke, he loved dogs and animals, all that, but he hated the Christ killers, the Jews. He hated gypsies. He hated blacks, inferior people of other races. He hated homosexuals. He wanted a pure race, just like the GOP does. Exactly. And all Christians in the United States, the devout, moral people. So he wanted that, and he also wanted to get rid of people that were born with birth defects. Pure race. Eugenics. By the way, learn your history. Eugenics was practiced in the United States of America in the 1930s, especially in California. They want to get rid of undesirables. They did experiments with blacks and all that. Remember, that was segregation in the United States. Racist. Christianity infected country. Well, there is lovable, wonderful, Christian Nazi Germany. Because Hitler created a new version of Christianity. Just like Mormonism. It's another version of Baptists, Adventists, and all that. But this one combined the government. Government and the religion were one. And that way the Lutherans and the Catholics and they were at each other's throats, the Protestants, and the pagans, they didn't fight each other. They became one under Nazism, Nazi Germany. See, this is what these people really envy. The GOP envy Nazism. Here they are. I mean, look at these pictures here. Look like you're looking at the GOP conventions. Nice party, family man, love their family. They go hunting. Hey, they love it. They go to church, very pious.
Holocaust for 40 years. And at first I was most interested in the victims. Story to tell what happened to them. A story without also telling the story of the killer.
So Americans, wake up! Especially the mentally healthy atheists, scholars and scientists in America. Expose ZombieGod Belief, in other words, known as Christianity, for the mental disorder it is. It is a fact. It is created by the brain. So expose the Christian imbecile theotards. And by theotard, it means from theo or Deus, God, and tard comes from tardus. Hey, pay attention, scientists. Comes from tardus. In Latin, means late, means slow, dim-witted. So theotard means dim-witted, slow, because of the belief in God crap. Deal with the facts, people. It's about time we expose scientists, atheists. Don't be cowards, you pussies, like Dawkins and Dennett and Harris and Dr. Krauss and brilliant minds like him and Kaku and Neil deGrasse Tyson that is always fighting the ChristPsychotic infected. Let's call the nuts for what they are. Christianity is a mental illness. Believing God in this 21st century is a mental illness. We know that we create the mind with the brain. When it malfunctions, you will accept deluded, retarded, schizophrenic beliefs as reality. Let's tell it like it is before it's too late.
Service will resume in the next day or so. He says full service by Saturday.
He is, and I know God will help me and help us get through this.
Ha, really?
God's living right now. My heart and prayers go to everyone.
Michelle, thank you.
Check out this Christianity infected, theotarded asshole.
See the problem in ChristPsychosis infected America? This ChristPsychosis infected imbecile doesn't want to be reminded by mentally healthy atheists that he creates thoughts of zombie God with his stupid malfunctioning brain and he was product of a fuck. Another imbecile.
Do you know that these ChristPsychosis infected imbeciles of the Tea Party and GOP that are controlling the House and they're in all the committees? You know who's in the Intelligence Committee? Guess. Michelle Bachmann, that crazy lunatic, sick, ChristPsychotic infected woman whose husband is a closet gay, a totally moronic person, stupid, that has a clinic to cure gays from their sickness by using a Bible. And then guess who is in another of the science committee? Atkins. This imbecile that believes, had no idea about the reproductive system of women. They had no idea he was produced by a fuck, not God, so the stork didn't bring him. He was not hatched. This asshole has no idea what a sperm is. He has no idea what an egg is. He believes a person is somebody that, in the moment that fertilizes eggs, a person. This asshole shouldn't go and masturbate either. Because if he masturbates, he's killing millions of sperms. He should grab him in a thing and put him in the statue of Jesus and or take him to church and let's save his sperm. See, this is the imbeciles the United States has. And this is the reason we have all these problems in the world. There is no global warming. These people don't believe in climate change. They had no idea about astrophysics. They had no idea about science. They had no idea. They are morons with the head, the defective brains up their ass. That's Christianity for you. The psychosis nobody sees. And then when a hurricane comes around, like Sandy, a lot of these things, because of global warming or climate change, produced by humans for thousands and thousands of years, disturbing the balance of nature. And these imbeciles that believe in resurrecting zombies with blood are in government. They've been educating people for 200 years. In Christianity infected the United States of America. So come on, America, wake up. You don't want a ChristPsychotic infected imbecile to be president, do you? Or to be in Congress or the Senate? Well, that's what you have. Except for Obama. The only sane one is Obama. But nobody sees that because he's black. And Christians are racist, homophobic, and they are people that they go to church infecting their brains and keeping their brains the dosage of ignorance every Sunday in church. So how would they know how to deal with a hurricane? No, they go to churches and pray, and the kids get blown up in hurricanes and die. And then you pray. If churches didn't exist, if all these people have been educated with science over 200 years ago and the Christianity, the ChristPsychosis didn't exist, we wouldn't have this problem. Things would be much better. We know how to cope. We'd be more tolerant and cope with this thing. And it would be so much, much nicer. Intellectual. But no, nobody's prepared because ChristPsychosis. They go to church. Well, next hurricane that come around, people, ChristPsychosis, go to church. Especially if you have ChristPsychosis infected Mitt Romney as president, the imbecile that believes in Planet Club and the crazy stuff like that. Keep that in mind. Now we should get the name of the crazy people, the theocratic imbeciles that are ruining the country. Let's call the party of lunacy, or theocratism, the GOP. GOP, come on, Obama, mentally healthy, you're a brilliant man. When you call the other people, just call them the GOP. The Republican Party did this, Republican Party, Cheney didn't show up, Bush didn't show up to the Republican convention. These idiots, call them for what they are, Obama, please. Call Mitt Romney a ChristPsychotic, infected, imbecile, moronic, liar, demented, imbecile that believe in resurrecting zombies, that believe in Prophet Moroni, believe in all the crap, the moron piece of shit stuck in the 1830s. Come on, Obama. I know you probably never get elected if you're wound out all the ChristPsychotic nuts. Everybody go against you because, oh God, you did all these wrong things to say about Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney is a lunatic, is a man that belongs to a mental institution, is a hypocrite. He doesn't even know what size is up. You know, that's the problem of ChristPsychosis. It's like a schizophrenic, it's bipolar, an imbecile, defective brain. That's what you want for president? So this is the problem. That's what you have to keep in mind. Keep that in mind. America, wake up! Christ-psychotic infected imbeciles are ready to infect. Do you know where Christ-psychosis came from? It came from the Roman Empire 2,000 years ago. I have it in my YouTube videos. So look at my 2 videos and I'll explain it to you. It's kind of involved. And you have to connect all the dots. But here I'm going to give you an idea of this Armageddon, this Jewish psychosis, along with Christ-psychosis, this nonsense on the Bible crap, book of mythologies, that the Christ-psychotic infected imbeciles and other nuts believe to be reality. In other words, they are filtered. They don't understand science. And the culprit is churches, that they keep reinforcing the ignorance and the mental disorder of the people for hundreds of years in the United States of America. Keep people ignorant, anti-science pieces of shit imbeciles in churches, mosques, and synagogues. But especially in the United States is Christianity, Christian theaters, with the hundreds of denominations, the imbeciles, stuck in the past, stuck in the Middle Ages. But here it is, the city of nuts, Jerusalem, with the 3 stupid, theotarded imbeciles, ignorant, schizophrenic nuts get their ideas from. The zombie that resurrected and saved with blood that is going to come back. Theotards, sick people that belong in mental institutions.
Sacred. Temple Mount is the 3rd holiest site in Islam. Traveled to Jerusalem in the 7th century AD and ascended to heaven from the Temple Mount, as well as the Dome of the Rock, completely layered with overlapping beliefs and long-standing grievances.
Psychosis.
To the Muslim religious authorities, but at least the kind of technical possibility, logistically, Israel could say, well, we want to go ahead and build a temple. The level of engagement, the level of involvement among these groups, trying to push for actually something happening.
Rebuilding Solomon's temple will hasten Jesus' return, so they too are lobbying for its construction.
There are some of the evangelical community in the United States who are supportive of this, believing, of course, that that Messianic Jewish group has everything right except for the identity of the Messiah.
Identity of the Messiah. The identity of the tooth fairy. That Jews are respected, and Christ-psychotic are respected, and Muslims and all the theotarded imbeciles are respecting. That's mental illness. A lot of schizophrenic also expect their imaginary friends to come back and show up. So that's what it is, a mental disorder of Christ belief, ZombieGod Belief, infecting the United States of America. You know where those thoughts and bizarre mythological beliefs come from? Defective brains. Because we create the mind and all those beliefs and all that with the brain. They are the universes inside our skulls that we create thought with. Here, learn the truth.
How the brain works. So this theory is that the brain builds a version of the universe. It's like a bubble all around us. Now this is...
But this Christ-psychosis infected imbeciles, archaeologists, so-called archaeologists, or Bible archaeologists, stupid people like that, don't understand is that Jerusalem was a capital city of a province of Judea-Palestina. So Judea-Palestina was a Roman city, a Roman province. Jews were Roman citizens, merchants and traders and speculators, as Puerto Ricans are Americans. All the temple, these ignoramus, stupid pieces of shit that don't read any books and they don't know any history, realized that the temples were Roman temples, Roman rituals, Roman gods like Julius Caesar the Christus and Mars and Venus and Yao, the so-called Yao, which is Jupiter Optimus Maximus with different names. That's what they were worshipped. There's no such a thing as Solomon. It doesn't exist. All the Roman construction were Roman. I mean, all the so-called Jewish crap, like you see the architecture here, that's fantasy. Like the Lord of the Rings, it's a stupidity. All the Roman wall, all the walls and ruins are Roman temples of the cult of the divine Julius Caesar the Christus, and Augustus the son of God, and all that. There's zero Jewish crap civilization nonsense. It only exists in the mind of infected people, like the Lord of the Rings, the Lord that some asshole believe is real. No, they were Roman things. That's what this Christian, Jewish, and Islamic psychosis and imbecilities comes from. Fantasies that belong in infected brain, they retarded. They should learn science and history. That's where all this stuff comes from. I have all the evidence to back it up. Everything I say, I back it up with science. I can smash the ChristPsychosis infected imbecile ruining the world with facts of science. Let me operate the brain and I'll make you eat my shit. Think of this as a really wonderful food. The brain is the creator of thinking, idiots. I hope you enjoyed this. Pace Dior.